In a move that has rocked the foundation of the NFL and stunned even the most dedicated Dallas Cowboys insiders, the news is now confirmed Jaire Alexander, the elite Pro Bowl cornerback, formerly of the Green Bay Packers, is officially a member of the Dallas Cowboys. That's right, the lockdown corner that's haunted quarterbacks and terrorized receivers for years in the NFC North is heading south to team up with America's team in what is already being called the most shocking off-season move of the year. Cowboys fans are already celebrating. Social media has erupted into a frenzy of disbelief, excitement, and speculation about what this means for the Cowboys' defense, a defense that was already considered one of the best in the NFL. And now it has the potential to become historically dominant. The whispers had been there for a few days. Rumors circulated that the Cowboys were making calls, quietly laying the groundwork for a blockbuster defensive acquisition. But most people thought it was just that, rumors. The idea of stealing away one of the top cornerbacks in the league, a player who has been the face of the Packers' secondary since his breakout season, seemed too far-fetched to believe. And yet, here we are. Jaire Alexander is wearing the star. The deal itself came together swiftly behind closed doors, with Jerry Jones personally overseeing the final details. Sources close to the organization say that the Cowboys were able to make the numbers work thanks to a series of contract restructures and cap maneuvers executed over the last 2 weeks. This wasn't a fluke, it was a calculated strategic ambush that left rival teams stunned and scrambling. As for the financials, initial reports indicate that Alexander's deal with Dallas is a 4-year, $84 million contract with $55 million, guaranteed, making him one of the highest-paid defensive backs in the league. But the Cowboys clearly believe he's worth every penny. This is not just a move for star power, it's a move for rings. Let's break down exactly what this means for the Cowboys on the field. Pairing Jaire Alexander with rising superstar cornerback Darren Bland gives Dallas arguably the best cornerback duo in the entire NFL. Add in Trayvon Diggs, set to return from injury, and suddenly, the Cowboys have created a defensive backfield that is absolutely terrifying for any quarterback to face. We're talking about a secondary that can go toe-to-toe with any receiving corps in the league, shut down top wideouts, and bait quarterbacks into making costly mistakes. And that's before we even mention Micah Parsons, who will now have even more time to pressure quarterbacks, thanks to Alexander's ability to lock down his side of the field. This move fundamentally shifts the dynamic of the Cowboys' defense. It's not just good, it's potentially legendary. NFL analysts have already started recalibrating their preseason predictions. With Alexander now in the mix, Dallas jumps from playoff hopeful to Super Bowl favorite status. And for fans in Arlington and across the country, the dream of hoisting another Lombardi trophy suddenly feels more real than ever. But let's not gloss over what this means for the rest of the NFC, and particularly for the Green Bay Packers. Losing a player like Jaire Alexander is a seismic loss for any franchise. In Green Bay, he was not just a shutdown corner, he was a leader, a tone setter, and a fan favorite. His departure leaves a massive hole in the Packers' secondary and raises serious questions about their direction heading into the 2025 season. The NFC North now has to contend with the aftershocks. And the NFC East? It just became the most feared division in the league. The Eagles, Commanders, and Giants all now have to plan for a Cowboys defense that has taken an elite step forward. The road to the playoffs just got steeper for every team not wearing the star. And then there's the cultural side of this story, the impact on the locker room, the fan base, and the identity of the team itself. Jaire Alexander is not just a technician on the field. He brings swagger, confidence, and charisma. His presence in Dallas transforms the energy of that defense. With leaders like him, Micah Parsons, and DeMarcus Lawrence, This isn't just a group of talented individuals, it's a full-on army ready to crush offenses and chase greatness. But let's not forget what was said during today's fiery introductory press conference. Jaire Alexander didn't just put on the jersey and smile for the cameras. He sent a message, loud and clear. "We're not here to compete," he said, his voice full of confidence. "We're here to dominate. Blue and Toya, you better believe we're about to crush dreams and destroy hopes all year long. Every quarterback in this league get ready, because I'm coming." For those not familiar, Blue and Toya has become the Cowboys' rallying nickname for their offense and defense, two sides of the same unstoppable machine. And Alexander has just inserted himself as a key part of the defensive identity, fully embracing the mission and intensity that the Cowboys are bringing to this upcoming season. Already, clips of his press conference are going viral. Fans are buying his jersey in record numbers, and his signature celebration, the flex and smirk, is being replayed on sports highlight reels nationwide. Jaire Alexander hasn't just joined the Cowboys. He's made it clear he plans to be the face of their next championship run. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, sources say that Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn were integral in signing off on this acquisition. McCarthy, familiar with Alexander from his own time in Green Bay, had long been an admirer of his skill and work ethic. Quinn, the defensive mastermind, now has a chess piece he's never had before, someone who can erase an entire side of the field. Expect to see Alexander deployed in creative ways, covering top receivers, disrupting timing routes, and maybe even blitzing from the edge when the situation calls for it. This isn't going to be a passive fit. Dan Quinn is going to unleash him. Of course, not everyone is happy. Fans from rival teams, especially in Philadelphia and San Francisco, are already reacting with disbelief and frustration. "How did we let this happen?" One Eagles fan wrote online. "Jerry Jones just pulled off the heist of the year, and nobody saw it coming." And that's part of the genius of this move. It came out of nowhere. No leaks. No last-minute trade rumors. Just a sudden confirmation that one of the NFL's best defenders was headed to Dallas, and the rest of the league would have to live with it. In the days ahead, expect more details to emerge about how this deal came together and what it means for the Cowboys' long-term roster plans. There's already speculation that Dallas may look to add another piece on offense, possibly a wide receiver or a veteran tight end, to balance out the star power now stacked on the defensive side of the ball. But for now, the spotlight is on Jaire Alexander, and rightly so. He's the kind of player who changes everything. Not just in terms of scheme, but in terms of tone. He brings fire, fearlessness, and a relentless drive to win. For years, Cowboys fans have been waiting for the kind of big, bold move that signals a true commitment to championship contention. Today, they got it. Jaire Alexander is more than just a signing, he's a statement. A declaration that Dallas is done playing nice, done coming up short, done settling for second best. This is a team with a mission. And Jaire Alexander just became its newest general. So buckle up, Cowboys Nation. The season ahead just got a whole lot more exciting and a whole lot more terrifying for anyone standing in your way. Thanks for watching today's breaking news report. If you're as fired up as we are, hit that like button, drop your reactions in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss an update on America's team. We'll be tracking every move, every highlight, and every dream this Cowboys squad crushes on their road to glory. This is the season. This is the squad. And with Jaire Alexander in the mix, the Dallas Cowboys are officially on a warpath.